Time for a midday fix of facts and spicy sides.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
All served hot and fresh. Hello there, I'm Monique Tuzon.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
Okay.
So one thing we're monitoring today is Vice President Sara Duterte. She has finally showed up in the budget hearing at the House of Representatives.
Yeah, she didn't show up the other time.
Yeah.
So this was the
Apparently,
first time
was
she
she
showed up.
watching something?
I wouldn't know. What was she watching? What do you think?
She was
there are
at,
photos.
allegedly,
Oh,
Dear
the
Evan
photos.
Hansen. So that's why she wasn't at the hearing,
At the
allegedly.
hearing, she was. No, hindi na alleged. Wala talaga
I'm
siya
just
doon.
gonna keep saying alleged para save tayo
She
lahat.
really skipped the hearing.
She wasn't there talaga.
Yeah, there are pictures of her at the Dear Evan Hansen concert, so it was confirmed.
But
Her
it seems like,
office
yeah, but
is asking for 902 million pesos for next year's budget. Our Joan Manalo is there monitoring developments at the House.
I'm excited to hear what's going on there, Mai, because you know every year she asks and she's like, meh. You know, that's the experience, right?
There's always a quotable quote from her when she attends hearings.
Yes.
Remember?
And finally, I heard that the BGC boys are finally charged for the fake licenses that they made.
Well, they've got layer upon layer. It's like, I think this is what you call the sapin-sapin challenge. We are hashtagging that because they are layering.
Uncovering all the different layers.
All these charges is layer after layer. I mean, you know, if you're accused or of alleged misconduct at this scale, you will expect that
Right.
kind
Imagine
of.
they use these fake licenses for their casino sprees.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
but,
crazy.
But did they not admit that they go there and?
Yes,
so,
they did. They did.
So I think the charges may
spend a lot.
be easier to admit to than the other charges.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, we always have the freshest news always here on the Daily Dish, your number one noontime show at Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And we've got somebody exciting today. We've got
Yes.
the talented, the beautiful, the amazing Angel Aquino.
Everybody was
Most
taking
beautiful
photos.
faces.
She's
Yeah.
so
Philippine
beautiful. Like when she came in, I was starstruck. I was like, wow, girl, you are even more beautiful in person.
And guess what?
Yeah.
She's got a story to tell.
Right. We have more on those stories coming up. But first, the headlines.
This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish. My daily dish. My daily dish.
In today's headlines, more red flags in flood control projects uncovered with the inspection of a project in the province of La Union. Vice President Sara Duterte finally attends the budget hearing at the House of Representatives. Her office is asking for a budget of close to ₱1 billion. President Marcos decides to skip the United Nations General Assembly as the country deals with the biggest corruption scandal we have faced in decades. And two former Bulacan engineers face new charges, this time for having fake driver's licenses. Glaring discoveries from Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon and Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong as they inspected flood control projects in La Union today. Joash Malimban now joins us live from there. Hi, Joash. What did they uncover in their inspection?
My DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon and together with ICI Special Advisor and Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong inspected the flood control here along the Bawang River here in La Union earlier today. And as you've said, during inspection, Dizon and Magalong uncovered several red flags. This include the use of substandard materials such as thin steel rods and supposed weep holes that appeared to be mere props. According to DPWH engineers, weep holes are normally 2 meters deep to alleviate pressure from the flood control structure. However, what they found at the site was only about a foot long and not even dug into the ground. Mayor Magalong said the entire area will now be declared a crime scene as the investigation continues. Based on project records, the flood control structure scheduled for completion in March 2025 has a total budget of at least 179 million pesos in just 2 phases of the contract. Mai.
Joash, who is the listed contractor in that flood control project near Bawag River?
According to Mayor Magalong, The listed contractor was Silver Wolves Construction Corporation. It's a construction firm based in Abra. Mai.
So since it is now declared as a crime scene, like you said, what will be the next step in the investigation?
Well, according to ICI Special Advisor Mayor Magalong, this will now be declared a crime scene. So the operations will now cease, and of course, the area will now be continuously patrolled. Also, Mayor Magalong said that if ever someone intrudes the area, they will also be included in the personalities whom Mayor Magalong will file charges at. Mai.
Thank you for the update, Joash Malimban, reporting to us live from La Union. Budget talks for the Office of the Vice President got underway at the House today, with VP Sara Duterte attending in person to present her agency's 902 million peso request. Let's now go live to Joan Manalo for an update on this. Hi, Joan.
The House budget deliberation for the Office of the Vice President's proposed 2026 budget finally commenced today after being deferred from its original schedule last September 12. Vice President Sara Duterte arrived at the Batasang Pambansa, particularly in the Romualdez Hall, past 9 a.m. to defend her agency's proposed budget of 902.895 million pesos under the 2026 National Expenditure Program. VP Sara came alone without any Undersecretary or Assistant Secretary and was welcomed by the House Appropriations Committee Chair Mika Swansing and Vice Chair Jose Alvarez. The Vice President also did not deliver an opening remarks and proceeded to present the OVP's report herself. Right after VP Sara's presentation, the committee debated on whether parliamentary courtesy shall be extended to the Vice President. It was agreed that 2 members of the minority would be allowed to question the VP. Makabayan Bloc members, Kabataan Party List Representative Rene Co and ACT Teachers Party List Representative Antonio Tino pressed the Vice President on issues regarding confidential funds. The Vice President refused to answer, citing that these questions relate to the articles of impeachment that is currently archived. She also stressed she cannot discuss defense strategies or intelligence operations without compromising national security. VP Sara was also grilled on her foreign travels, and she clarified that no public funds were used for her representation, tickets, or per dime. However, she confirmed that a total of 7.473 million pesos was spent on her 9 overseas trips, specifically for security and personnel. Co further asked how many security and civilian staff accompany the VP, and she responded that she usually brings 2 security personnel and 3 civilian personnel who only join her for official trips. Before the deliberations began, Alvarez, who also serves as the budget sponsor for the OVP, clarified that it was not VP Sara who was a no-show in the supposed hearing last Friday. He stressed that the committee decided to defer the hearing after the OVP submitted a letter stating that the Assistant Chief of Staff, Lemuel Ortonio, would represent the agency. The committee had earlier maintained that the budget hearing requires the presence of an agency head or someone at the undersecretary level. The panel terminated the hearing at around 10:41 a.m. Following Co and Tino's time in the interpellation. Mai.
Thank you, Joan Manalo, live from the Batasang Pambansa. Just watch us. That was the message of Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong to those doubting whether the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI, will be impartial. Magalong was appointed by President Marcos as the special advisor of the group tasked to investigate the flood control scandal. Though a known ally of former President Rodrigo Duterte, he told BNC's On Point, the ICI probe will favor no one. He admitted that both Duterte and the late President Noynoy Aquino helped him in his career. Magalong also challenged House Infrastructure Committee Chair Terry Ridon to invite him to their hearings.
Pag inimbita ho kayo, pupunta pa kayo?
Definitely. Definitely, I'm prepared. In fact, ang tagal ko na nga hinihintay eh. Lagi na nga nila ako inahamon eh. Sabi nga nila sa akin, I'll be placed under oath, I have to mention this.
Name names.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I've always been ready.
A Senate-backed push against online gambling has started to bite as PAGCOR says revenues fell by nearly half in just 2 weeks after e-wallets complied with the order to cut ties with gambling apps. Let's now go live to Hannah T at the Senate for more details. Hannah?
The online gambling industry is feeling the pinch. PAGCOR confirms that after the order to major e-wallets to delink their in-app links to gambling sites, their revenues dropped sharply. According to PAGCOR data, the agency's income fell by 40 to 50% in just 2 weeks after the delinking took effect last August 16. Although monetary figures have yet to be released, they say this was reflected in both accounting and licensing records. As of that date, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas reported that all 38 supervised e-wallets complied, including GCash and Maya, with their links to gambling apps and websites taken down. This after the Senate received several reports of addiction on online gambling, leading some lawmakers to push for a ban on the industry. Senator Risa Ontiveros pressed that cash-in and cash-out services through e-wallets are still possible, even for online gambling. The BSP clarified that the order was limited to removing in-app links. Basic payment services remain available, even to licensed online gambling operators. The question then, how can illegal gambling sites still use e-wallets and online banking? BSP Deputy Governor Mamerto Tangonan pointed to mule accounts opened in the names of individuals but used by criminal groups. He said these are being tracked and closed when found, with sanctions on institutions that fail to comply. Ontiveros argued that if strict KYC rules were being followed, mule accounts should have been detected much earlier. BSP officials insisted that banks and e-wallets have been directed to apply more stringent safeguards. On whether to ban or regulate online gambling, the BSP says they will defer to the wisdom of Congress and that they will soon submit a position paper on the possible effects regulating or banning e-gambling. And PAGCOR, meanwhile, insists it is pushing for stricter regulation rather than outright ban, and whatever path lawmakers choose may come with costs. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Hannah T, live from the Senate. Foreign Affairs Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro will lead the Philippine delegation to the United Nations General Assembly, as President Marcos is skipping the event to focus on domestic issues. The DFA says Lazaro is set to participate in high-level talks on global concerns, which include AI, climate finance, migration, biodiversity, and maritime security. This marks Mr. Marcos's third straight absence from the UNGA. The Philippine National Police will meet with organizers of the September 21 rally to ensure the protest remains safe and orderly. Acting PNP Chief Lieutenant General Melencio Nartates Jr. said they will deploy enough personnel in key areas and coordinate with local governments on permits and logistics. Nartates stressed that the rally is a legitimate exercise of democracy, and he vowed to make sure participants are safe while urging protesters to help keep the event peaceful. He added there are no serious threats reported, and the PNP intends to keep it that way. After their dismissal from service, controversial DPWH engineers Henry Alcantara and Bryce Hernandez are now facing charges from the Transportation Department and the Land Transportation Office over the use of fake licenses. We now go to Andrea Salve, who's on the line for more details. Andrea, what can you tell us?
My two engineers from the group dubbed by Senate Pro Tempore Panfilo Lacson as the BGC Boys, Bulacan 1st District Engineer Henry Alcantara and Assistant District Engineer Bryce Hernandez are now facing charges for allegedly using falsified driver's licenses. Transportation Acting Secretary Giovanni Lopez and Land Transportation Office Chief Assistant Secretary Vigor Mendoza II filed the complaints before the Parañaque City Prosecutor's Office earlier today. The complaints stem from from the engineers' admission during a Senate hearing that they used fake driver's licenses allegedly provided by a high-end casino hotel in Parañaque. Violations of Article 172 of the revised penal code or the use of falsified documents have been filed against both Alcantara and Hernandez. Secretary Lopez revealed that a broader investigation is underway to identify and hold accountable those behind the fake licenses. He stressed that this action sends a clear message. The Department of Transportation and the LTO will not tolerate abuse of government-issued documents. This marks the first time the LTO is taking legal action against users of fake driver's licenses, as previous cases focused only on illegal manufacturers. Mendoza underscored that under the law, users and producers of falsified documents are equally liable. The LTO had earlier suspended the licenses of Alcantara, Hernandez, and 3 other BGC boys for 90 days, pending the outcome of investigations. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Andrea Salve, for that report. Malacanang says the first couple's canceled New York trip is about priorities, not security concerns, as the president turns his attention to the new Infrastructure Commission. Let's get the details from Ivy Reyes. Hi, Ivy.
Malacanang clarified the first couple is no longer flying to New York City on September 21st, not because there are threats to the president's security, but because he wants to focus on the newly established Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI. As we know, the president's delegation is supposed to leave for New York City on September 21st for the ES session of the nation's General Assembly, but it was canceled yesterday afternoon. However, Malacanang said Tuesday that the National Security Council, or NSC, has observed just one threat against the president, and that is the death threat Vice President Sara Duterte spoke of when news of her confidential fund broke out. The palace also reiterated today that PBBM is confident that Filipinos are with him in demanding accountability amid the flood control scandal. Malacanang is also open to suggestions that a contempt power be included in the ICI. While PBBM said it is a fact-finding commission, needs no contempt power, the palace still sees it as a good addition to the commission's authority. Meanwhile, the palace is a reminder for involved officials, kapag sangkot, walang lusot. I'll hear from Malacanang. Mai.
Thanks, Ivy Reyes, reporting to us from Malacanang. Commuters can catch free rides on the Light Rail Transit Line 2 or LRT2 today. This comes after a glitch at Santolan Station early this morning. The Transportation Department announced full restoration of operations before 8 a.m. However, free rides will be in effect the whole day. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu won't rule out more strikes on Hamas leaders wherever they are. His threat coming a week after Israel's attack in Qatar that killed 5 Hamas militants and a Qatari guard. Arab and Muslim leaders met in Doha to condemn that strike, warning it threatens existing peace deals. Qatar's emir calls the attack cowardly and treacherous and urges countries to review ties with Israel. The U.S. has voiced concern, but Secretary of State Marco Rubio gave Netanyahu firm backing, saying Hamas must release hostages and surrender, while admitting diplomacy may no longer be possible. U.S. and Chinese officials say they've reached a framework agreement for TikTok to shift to U.S.-controlled ownership. The deal is set to be finalized in a call Friday between Presidents Trump and Xi Jinping. It marks a rare breakthrough in months of tense talks as both sides clashed over trade, technology, and national security. The talks in Madrid were the 4th round in the race to settle TikTok's divestiture deadline. There are 170 million TikTok users in the U.S. alone.
The UAAP will soon allow schools to have 2 foreign student athletes, or FSAs, in their team pool. UAAP Executive Director Attorney Rebo Sagisag clarifies only 1 FSA can be on the active lineup at a time, with the second player on reserve. League officials say the rules ensures teams have a balanced roster without compromising competitiveness. The new policy will apply to all sports and takes effect in season 89. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, pole vault king Armand Mondo Duplantis proves he's still the best in the world. The Swedish phenom soared to a third straight title in the World Athletics Championships on Monday. He broke his own record with a 6.30-meter leap on his third attempt. Greece's Emmanuel Corrales took silver at 6 meters, while Australia's Curtis Marshall claimed bronze with a personal best of 5.95. A warrant of arrest has been issued against Journey frontman Arnel Pineda. This comes after his repeated absences in court hearings for a domestic violence case filed by his estranged wife. Prosecutors say his wife endured years of verbal abuse, manipulation, and coercive behavior, pushing her to leave their home. The alleged conflict began in 2003 when the complainant discovered Pineda's alleged infidelity. The two later married in 2008. Pineda is set for arraignment tomorrow, September 17. On to some lighter news. The story of one of music's most prolific icons, Bruce Springsteen, is headed to the big screen. The new trailer for Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, is out. The story focuses on the boss, his work on his landmark album, Nebraska, and his rise from working-class hero to global superstar. Jeremy Allen White of the hit TV series The Bear is trading his chef's apron to portray the 20-time Grammy winner. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere hits cinemas October 24th. Oh, I love Jeremy Allen White. He's no longer chef.
He's playing a young Bruce Springsteen, so imagine that. I can't wait to see
How
him
old is
on
Bruce
film.
Springsteen?
Right now he is.
Not
let's
not
check.
throwing
Let me
any
Google.
shade. I think he's classic.
Bruce Springsteen.
He's 75 years old.
75, yeah.
Yes, but what's going
he looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on with Arnel Pineda?
I have no idea.
It's
He
one
hasn't been
after the-
showing up.
Yeah.
Baka he's watching a play too. I'm just joking.
Did you just throw shade
I'm
at
just
somebody?
joking. No, I did not. What are you talking about? There's lots to do, you know.
All right, there's
Monique!
I didn't say anything.
There is more coming up. We will have a chat with the beautiful and award-winning actress, Angel Aquino. That will be live right here on The Daily Dish.
This is my daily dish.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Ageless beauty and an award-winning actress. That's how our guest today is known to her loyal followers.
She started young as a model, but eventually crossed the local entertainment industry where she has thrived for almost 3 decades now.
And without further ado, let's welcome the one and only Angel Aquino.
Hello!
3 decades na ba? That is a long time.
Yeah, off cam, we were just talking about your children and how young they are.
Yeah.
And of course, my two babies here, especially the one on my right, was
Beautiful babies.
lying about her age again.
Always.
We were
I'm
just saying,
shocked.
we're only 3 years, kami ni Ferdi, 3 years older than your eldest.
I'm shocked that you're
and I
so
told you that's
beautiful
not
and so
true.
youthful. Ang
Yes.
ganda.
Yes.
Miss
I
Angel,
don't know what to tell you.
what are your secrets? We want to know.
Sleep?
Di nga eh.
Walang-
When we
walang
left,
tulog.
I just came from
Taping.
Batang Quiapo,
Yeah.
taping last night, and we finished late. You know, taping ways has gone back to the usual. Yeah, but whenever you can rest, you know, you get some rest, and really, it's all just. Making yourself feel joyful and happy, you know, finding ways to
How do you find
always
that?
feel positive
Yeah.
and good about yourself and about the, you know, surround yourself with good people.
And that's the Gen Z says. mental reset.
Mental reset.
Yeah, they always say that.
What makes you happy? What are the things that
My
you
dogs.
do? Your dogs.
Of course, my daughters, seeing them thrive and happy with their partners and happy with their chosen careers. That makes me happy, seeing them
how many
every
dogs
day.
do you have?
I have 6 now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't get Monique started.
I'm such a
Bakit?
dog lover.
You love
I love
dogs.
dogs. Like I want to adopt all the stray dogs on the street.
I
That's
understand.
My dream.
That wasn't me before. For me, it was such a chore taking care of pets. But then we were gifted 2 pets, 2 dogs. And then they just grew from there. So now I have 4 huskies, a Pomeranian Bichon, and a golden retriever. But she's really my sister's. But she lives with us now. There they are! Oh my God! Where did you get this from my Instagram?
You should bring them
Perhaps
to the
your
studio next
Instagram.
time. How adorable! They're so cute.
Yes, sobra.
Guwapo
I
the
love.
huskies.
I know.
They're
Maganda.
all girls.
Magaganda sila.
So yeah.
Girls. Beautiful like mommy.
So tell us, Angel, my dear,
Yes.
you started modeling how old?
Yeah. Okay. I started in 1992. That's when I started going to the designers to
Yeah.
show myself. And that's when actually Jeffrey Jatorian,
Yes.
Jeffrey Jatorian,
Yes.
saw me and said, "Oh, we'll make the rounds." So he brought me to his designer friends. He brought me to mga advertising agencies so I can do my auditions.
Which are still friends of yours up to now. They're still around.
Yes.
Should we
they're
mention
my,
their name?
they're my fairy godmothers.
Yes.
I won't be who I am and what I've become if not for Jay. First of all, Jeffrey Jatorian,
Yes.
and then there's Jay Lozada. I call her J-Lo.
Yes.
And sina Juan Sarte.
One, definitely.
Yes.
Who does not age either.
Oh, I think that's our generation.
Yes.
I don't know. Are we?
We are. Okay,
Are we there?
I'm gonna
Are we
say
there?
it because I
You're
love
gonna out
Angel.
yourself.
I'm gonna out myself with regard to age. It's okay, my love.
Yeah, but I think we belong to the same generation.
Yes.
I think we're the ones who
We started early kasi.
we decided we want to take care of ourselves. So, I think wellness started with us, feeling, making ourselves feel better, look better.
Have
so
better.
all part of it, diba?
But you were going to uni. You're taking up a major in media. In
Journalism.
UP.
Yes,
UP. She's
UP
UP
ba?
also. She's very proud. UPLB. So,
Scholar ng bayan.
You know,
Scholar
Baguio
naman.
was supposed to be my first. That was my first choice actually. I was
can
supposed
you
to go to
imagine?
UP Baguio.
You could have been
Y'all could
classmates.
have been young batchmates.
Wow.
Gusto mo yung pasok
May
yan?
pasok na.
May pasok ka na. But you didn't pursue this because you went into modeling.
Well, because I was still in school when Direct Jeffrey saw me. And so, yun nga, so after that, we started doing the rounds nga. And jobs came,
Yeah.
work came.
It was very fast.
Very fast. As in, I think my first few VTRs, nakakuha na ulit na agad ako. Because back then, competition wasn't so tough. I mean, it's always been tough out there, pero it's really different now.
No, I think
Different now.
what it is nobody can beat your cheekbones. Yeah,
Grabe the cheekbones. Yes.
I don't know.
Diba? It's
on
the
her
cheekbones.
I don't know
They're
about
so
that. But
beautiful.
I don't know about that, but but of course back then I was the fresh face. I was it was the first time that they saw me, and I was morena, and during that time a lot of the models were mestizas.
Tweety was morena. Is
Well,
morena.
so pero yun, dun sa batch nila marami sila, sina Isa, 'di ba? Isa
Kaya natin yan.
no.
Agana.
Basta the beautiful, the
Isa Agana,
the
yeah.
I know
Donyas.
Apple's Abirin. Apples,
Yeah, but-
Tweety.
Yeah, but
Mirza.
marami sila nun, sina
Mirza,
Mirza.
Susan, yeah.
They were on the Moreno side, pero dun sa batch ko, parang konti lang yata kami. And then there was Wilma Doesn't.
So out of the dust.
Was modeling always your first love?
No, I never thought I'd be a model. Never thought I'd be an acting or an actress. I was a very painfully shy girl growing
But
up.
you were also a very good host. Suddenly, F came, right?
Yes.
You hosted F
Natuto lang ako from Daphne and Cher. You know, they were so generous with their talents as hosts and their knowledge. They really took care of me. You know, mga mali kong pronunciations, they would help me correct that. And they made me so relaxed and just so comfortable around them. And so, until it just was natural,
Yeah.
you know.
Did you have to take acting workshops? Like, how was that transition from not acting at all to being in showbiz now for almost 3 decades?
Of course, those things helped a lot. I attended a few, nothing major. Usually before a project, like if you have a soap, ganyan, they would throw you into a workshop with your co-actors, just so you
Just to
develop,
blend.
develop
Yeah.
rapport and
Yeah.
you know, friendship, you know, ganyan. And chemistry, to see your chemistry, and those were the workshops that I've attended.
So
And they really helped
yeah.
a lot. It's really just you being open. You have to open yourself up to new things, and you know, yon.
From your long career, what were the highs and the lows in the industry, in showbiz, for example?
You know, thankfully, it's been steady. So the rise was just steady. So, wala namang ganon. There will be months that you won't have a show because you just came from a long one, like Provinciano.
Ama in
before.
between,
Yeah, the
the
in between.
waiting.
So that's when you try to look for a film to do or
Commercial at least, or endorsements.
endorsement, ganyan. But most of the time, well, thankfully, work's been really, really steady.
If you're not working, what do you do on your spare time? What hobbies do you enjoy? Or maybe do you just like to sleep?
Well, I like staying at home, and now with all the streaming platforms available, so many materials are ready for you to enjoy, diba?
Yeah, but you know what, Angel, there's a lot of things we can talk about, but I want to dive right deep into why we want to hear your voice today.
Oh no,
She got nervous.
Yeah, no,
I'm
because
suddenly nervous, so I have to brace
because-
myself.
No, you don't have to, because and this has been constant through the decades, so the 3 decades we've been mentioned. She is one of the most grounded people that you would know in the industry. Doesn't care if she has to take a cab or rides a Rolls Royce to work.
Wow.
Does not matter. This is why I want to know what happened. Why have you become a victim to how should I say it?
A
To
deep fake.
A deep fake
pornography video.
Yeah.
I have no idea. The first time I heard of it, I was shocked. I was really stunned, and I was like, "Bakit ako? Should I be flattered?" But then, you know, seeing yourself in an act like that, and even if it's just your face, is really revolting. It really turned my stomach. I didn't even watch. Hindi ko napanood yung video. But
Yeah, actually, we have a clip of a video, but not that video.
okay,
Right?
thank you so much.
No, not that.
No,
never.
from
We
her
will-
appearance at the Senate hearing.
Yeah, the appearance in Senate here, because we would never propagate something like that.
No.
That's why we want you here, so people can hear your voice. So how we can prevent this for our children,
Yes.
for
Yes.
our community. Let's go watch this clip.
Yes, it was dehumanizing. It was digital assault, one that leaves no bruises on the skin, but strips away one's dignity in the most obscene manner imaginable. We all know how it is to build a name, to gain credibility and earn respect from our family, our colleagues, our community. But this vile manipulation is still a non-consensual act of a sexual nature using my face, my identity, my integrity.
Like, this is one of the examples where AI is being used negatively, because there's lots of talks about AI. It's coming up, and for the most part, right, AI is supposed to be a tool to help us, but in this case, it's degrading, it's dehumanizing, like you mentioned. How has the public reacted to what is happening to you?
It felt nice because after that hearing, I was actually surprised that so many pala watch these things. Sabi ko nga sa kanya, I mentioned to you that I live in a bubble. I don't know what's going on in the outside world. And then you get hit by something like this, and you realize, oh yeah, there's a big bad world out there.
Yeah, and the damage, if you didn't come out, people would actually think it's you.
Right.
So,
Well, it did say in the thumbnail that it's fake, merong ganung disclaimer, but still, it's your face, and it's
kung hindi
and
binasa
it's
yung
just
disclaimer.
so
No, it's just
perverted
sickening.
lang
Yeah.
to, diba, to know that you are, something is being, it's just the image of something, that act being done to you, even if it's just your face.
Right.
No,
And
but many people underestimate the effects, the emotional trauma of digital victimization, like what you went through. So what was the hardest part of it, and what were the steps that you've taken to address it?
Well, it was actually Senator Risa's office who reached out to me and told me about the video, and then
You didn't
they
know
said-
before then?
No. I didn't know about
Oh
it.
my goodness.
So I think they were researching, kasi seeing what laws they can
They can craft, so they can
craft
fight it.
about digital, crimes and all this, because they're proliferating, diba? So, so they reached out to me and told me, so there's this exists. Is it okay? Do you want to do something about it? And so they said, we are going to have a hearing. Would you like to speak? And then they also told me that there's another victim. This was Queen Hera. Ginamit naman yung daughter niya. A one-year-old,
Oh my God.
a one-year-old baby
that's
whose
horrible.
face was placed beside a guy's genitalia.
Stop it, really?
There, so that more than what happened to me, because ako, I've been through so much. Either I can just shrug it off, or but then I thought, I think this is something that
I
we
am
need to address,
shocked. Right.
because I have daughters.
Yes.
And you don't do that. It's just so sick, diba?
But also, it's very, very difficult. Like what the NBI expert who was there at the hearing said, it's most of it is untraceable. Also, so how do you go after these perpetrators?
But can you imagine if we can't trace these things, and already a big name in the industries, already victimized, what more
The ones.
smaller people. But Angel, we're gonna get back. We want to talk about it more after we take this break.
This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish.
Still with us on the Daily Dish is Angel Aquino, and we were just discussing the shocking revelations.
Yeah, you should hear what we were saying off camera, because to put a one-year-old baby into a man's private part, like, that's just so sickening. And I'm sure that's just one of many that's happening. And I'm glad that you spoke out, and I'm sure a lot of the victims are glad as well. But how does this affect how you view us posting on social media, right? Because a lot of artistas now, international or local, when they post their kids, they actually cover their faces. So maybe this is the reason why.
That's probably
So
why.
should we
Now
be
we know
more
why.
cognizant of what we post, or should we just keep posting as is and just maybe wait for the laws to protect us if anything happens like that?
Well, you just have to be ready, diba? When you put yourself out there naman, there will be, it can be good or bad, diba? It's really for people's awareness, that to keep your relevance. That's why we like posting about the stuff that we
Our
do,
lives, yeah.
our lives, diba? Ganyan. But then also, yun nga, you have to be ready that it can be used against you, and so yun lang.
There
There
are
are
risks
always
to it.
there are always
And you have
good
two
and bad.
daughters.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm curious, what is the conversation that you're having with them about this, given that it's such a delicate topic? How do you approach it with them?
My daughters are already in their 30s. So
It's not that sensitive
they
anymore, yeah.
know
I'm sure they're
how to-
aware
Yeah, they're
also.
very much aware. They're the ones who actually prodded me to do it, to go to the Senate hearing and speak out. Because they're also women. They're not girls anymore. They're women, and they know their rights, and they want to protect other women. So, that was me showing up for.
Right. Angel, what's the next steps that will be taken by, let's say, the office of shout out Senator Riza, or maybe you in the future to help prevent or even spread awareness of this kind of deep fake?
We have to keep talking about it. It has to be. Pero yun na nga, as I've said there, let's hope that it doesn't just become a discussion. It actually translates into an enforceable law, diba? And that might take some time, but it was nice to see the government working during that Senate hearing. If that was one takeaway that I had, good takeaway, it was seeing those people actually, discussing and racking their brains, trying to create laws to protect us, to protect our people.
Yeah.
Also, what did the experts say? How much more can they do to fight this? Because deep fake technology is so sophisticated.
Yes.
And napag-iiwanan tayo, di ba, in terms of having the same technology to combat it.
They're way ahead. AI, and it's yung momentum ng AI, grabe. It's really scary. And
It's by the second. Nag-move siya progressively.
Yun nga, it improves by the second. Pero and we have to catch up, and I don't know why it's taking us so long when AI is naman yan, human-made naman yan, but how come we can't create laws?
So you're saying our laws currently, it's not enough to protect us
Not
from all
yet,
these.
but that's why hence
They're
that
having this
hearing.
inquiry.
Yeah, but how deep is this in the dark web? That's what I'm afraid,
deep
because
dark web is
we've
so
got a common
scary.
friend of which is Amanda Griffin.
Yeah.
And because you mentioned that there was a child involved in the deep fakes, this is what she had a conversation with us about.
Yeah.
About
It's
using
her
children.
advocacy.
Yeah, that's her advocacy. Has this become a centerpiece of your advocacy, or has it become a new advocacy for you?
I think as women, we protect our own, diba? So this is just, it's part of it. There are so many other issues on women, violence against women. Well, this is a new form of violence against women, diba? It's so it's just one of those. But this one kasi is so it's scary because the reach is.
Grabe,
And it can
grabe.
affect anyone.
Yes, because the Philippines, I don't know the exact data, but according to our conversation with Amanda, the Philippines with minors being involved in pornographic acts or pornographic material is top in the world.
Yeah, it's sickening.
And she said we are in the center of it. We are a hot spot.
We are a hot spot. So, can you imagine, Angel, if you didn't say anything about this, or the office of Senator Riza, you know what? Our sisters, our daughters, our even brothers or babies, these people are all open for abuse.
Yes. And these are not just, you're right, brothers, even little boys, young boys.
Right, they're being exploited.
Are being exploited,
Right.
yeah. So, diba, it's really very alarming.
You got a
It
message
is,
for the public regarding this?
Oh my God. We just all have to be careful. And yun na nga, we have to keep talking about it. They have to know that we are aware. And really, let's hope and let's support our lawmakers that they will be able to create laws in the future to protect us from these exploitations.
And thank you so much for speaking up. And this is just the beginning. I'm sure more laws are going to be created after this incident, because this is not where it stops. It's
Yeah.
only gonna keep happening and happening
Yeah.
with AI, like we talked about, always changing. But now let's relax and let's talk a bit lighter
Can I
stuff. Yeah, you can
lean back
lean
now?
back and chill. So I know you're doing.
I got so
batang-
agitated.
I know, we can tell.
I know because we were discussing about you going the show today, and we're like, guys, it's gonna be heavy.
Right.
So what are we gonna do to lighten
So
it
we'll
up?
lighten it up now. Let's
Surprise
just talk about.
me.
Is
Yeah.
it- is
We're
it
gonna
rapid
do
fire?
rapid
Yes.
fire. We're gonna do rapid
Our
fire.
favorite rapid
She
fire.
got scared. She's like,
Rapid
what? Don't worry, this is super,
It's safe.
super fun.
Okay.
But before rapid fire, I want to know, because you're doing Batang Quiapo. You just finished filming and you came right here after. That's why you're lacking sleep. Well, are there any upcoming projects that your fans should look after?
Okay. I just finished a film with Direct Brillante Mendoza. So
Amazing.
we hope that it gets into Metro Manila Film Festival this December. So wala, it's a story about love through generations. So, and the different kinds of love that you see
Across
in
genders?
every generation. Yes.
I love
I
this.
love
When is
that.
it
That
coming
sounds
out?
so interesting.
Huh?
When's it coming
It is
out?
probably
December,
the lightest film that Direct Brillante has
It's
ever.
a light film pa.
Light film
In time for
to.
the film fest in
It-
December.
by
And your
December,
character
It's
is?
my character. My daughter is Barbie
Imperial?
Fortesa.
Fortesa.
And so it's through her eyes. So seeing her, the kind of love that's between her parents and then her lola, and there's Miss Charo Santos is also part of this movie.
It's
Miss
light,
Luz
huh?
Anson Roa, Albert Martinez.
It's very light.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
a light
but-
cast.
All the
Like
heavy,
na.
but the heavyweights in the industry
Grabe.
are in the film. Oh.
Yes,
But it's
so
still a light
it's
movie, so I can't wait to watch it.
it has a very exciting cast, so I hope that it gets in the Metro Manila MMFF, and so that a lot of people can watch.
Before we go to rapid fire, producers want to talk about another battle that you recently opened up about. Your battle with a disease called, is it vitiligo? Did I pronounce that correctly? Because I'm not familiar with it.
Honestly, I don't know, but I've always heard it to be vitiligo.
Vitiligo.
We're gonna use
To each his own.
vitiligo.
Vitiligo.
Yes, like
Sige.
tomato.
So, vitiligo is it's an autoimmune disease. You know, I saw it. I think before the pandemic, I saw a spot on my hand, and my dermatologist friend said, ano lang yan, sun damage lang yan. So, stop exposing yourself to the sun, wear your sunblock, which I never do, and you'll be fine. And then, I don't know, the pandemic happened, and really, I don't know if it was the vaccines or it's just really my immune system. And it just spread like wildfire all
it
over
bloomed.
my skin.
Supermodel Winnie Harlow actually has that as
Yun, si
well.
Winnie
Who's
Harlow.
dating Kyle Kuzma on the
Yeah.
Engaged.
Well,
Michael Jackson too, yeah.
Michael Jackson.
And you also described it as one of the most traumatic that you've gone through.
Well, because I'm a model, and I'm my skin, my face, my body has always been my puhunan, diba? So having this kind of a challenge or a predicament, medyo shook me up a bit. Because I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know if it was going to spread on my
Right.
face. It's all over my body now. So
You don't know how your skin or body's gonna react. Is it going to be painful? Is it gonna be like this or like that, right?
Well, it you don't feel anything. You actually just see it. Oh, I have a new spot. Oh, it's grown. And
But do they know how to
it just
stop it?
really shocks you.
Is there a cure?
Manage your stress.
But baby girl, you are still beautiful in my eyes. I don't care what skin color you are.
Well, that's what all my friends are telling me. Sabi nila, okay lang yan. Just embrace it. And that's what I've been doing. So the past few years, I'm just letting it be. I just came from Boracay, and I was wearing, your what do you call that?
The rash
not
guard?
bikini, but no, everyone saw it.
It's
so wala
okay siya,
na.
babes.
Hindi naman two-piece. Or
And
maybe
because if
I
you have
did.
a body like Angel, may two-piece
No,
rin ako.
hindi. I'm just saying, I am not ashamed of it. And
Well, and you can't stress
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Like you said, it's
Yun
like a
na
stress
nga.
thing. You'll just
so, diba,
keep
it's a
getting it.
chicken and egg. The
Right.
stress ba is coming from the vitiligo or the vitiligo coming from the stress?
stress.
Parang, bahala na lang.
And
Just
it's
So
also-
try to live
eat
my
the
life.
chicken with the egg. So that's
Para
adobong
masarap.
manok na may iklog.
Yes.
So it's
Right?
also making
My
you
favorite
reassess.
dish.
Yeah.
Naprank kami ni Ferdi because we thought we were going to do rapid fire kanina. Daming questions pa pala. But let's finally do rapid fire. Let's start with Mai.
Maybe you, okay, this is it. I have to refer to my script.
Yeah,
Yes.
kasi it's not in the prompter.
We're never put it in the prompt
So
because
you don't-
it's a
yeah, pre-read it.
supplies.
Rapid fire. This first question, TV, film, or theater? What will you choose?
Oh my God, theater is so scary. But I want to experience it again. I like TV because it's a more steady flow of income. But film, I like acting in film because it's different.
All right, my turn. Most favorite role?
Vera.
Vera.
Of Magkarbal.
Oh, yeah, I like.
Okay, I don't know why they put the single or married.
Is this a choice?
Both.
Does
I
she
was
wanna be
single,
or-
but now I'm I was
was married,
married. Now I'm single.
That was not me, huh?
It's fine.
There you go.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Hollywood
Same.
crush.
Oh, shit. Ang dami. I'm sorry. Guy, see the bear. Oh my God.
Oh my God! J-A-W! Jeremy Allen.
Just one of
Why
them,
you
but
guys
yeah.
keep talking about all day
so,
today?
it's so sexy.
Especially with this Calvin Klein ad that he did
He's so
us
sexy.
all over New York. He was just wearing just that, and we were like, oh my gosh, my eyes.
Intense and sexy.
Rapid
That
fire.
Sorry.
See, I lost
Okay,
them
rapid
again.
fire. Go.
Okay, pet project.
Pet project.
Yeah.
I wish I could build a pet hotel.
No.
Someday, mahal lang, but I want.
We
can
that's what
collab.
I
I'm
want.
gonna bring it to Mai because she's gonna stay with this forever. Bye.
Something that people don't know about you.
Oh, I don't know. My life is an open book. I like girls. There.
Perfect.
Maybe some people don't know that about you.
Oh, well, a lot of people are in denial.
Hindi
Sila
na-
talaga yung
Kasi
hindi.
ikaw yung crush nila. Ayun. Okay.
They don't want to accept it.
Any regrets?
Um,
One regret.
One regret,
Yeah.
allowing bad people in my life. Wait. Can I just correct that? Because
Yes.
I said I like girls. You know, that might sound, especially with social media now, that might sound weird.
Yeah.
I'm saying I fall in love with also with,
Yeah, and there's nothing
girls
wrong
and
with
women.
that.
They might think it can sound weird kasi if you just take it as is. I like girls. It's weird.
Okay, great. We have a clarification. And if you use it against her, shame on you.
There's two
All right?
clips of this that we have to put
Perfect.
together. Your favorite place?
My Baguio will always be my
Yeah,
favorite
Baguio.
place. So
Makeup.
corrupted na, pero I still love Baguio.
When was the last time you were there?
Just a few months ago. Any chance I get to go to Baguio, I'll take it. I'll
That
grab
strawberry
it.
taho, though, another level.
Makeup or jewelry?
Makeup na lang. Makeup. I love lipstick.
She's looking at me.
I know, I don't know
I know, I'm gonna say jewelry.
No, as you can see, I'm not big on jewelry. But
If you had $1 billion pesos, Angel, what would you spend?
I'd be
it
so
on?
happy. I will build my pet hotel.
Yeah, the pet hotel.
And make sure that there's space for my beautiful pets to run around, and I will help people with education because I think that education is very important. I was sent to school by Tulong Dunong, which is an Ateneo scholarship program, and I want to help that. I want to be able to give back to.
Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
And
our
look where
last-
you are now. Yes.
Oh yeah.
And thank you so much, my dear Angel. You have obviously, captured our hearts again today. And thank you very much for joining us, Mai and Mo.
Mai and Mo.
Yes, that's it for us today, Tuesday, September 16. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilty, that was me.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime,
is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
And I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with Angel Aquino with the news and stories that matter most.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. That's a Daily Dish served. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Angel. Happy birthday.